Right now we are at International Purple Fest 2024, and today is the last day for the Purple Fest, and you can see a lot of volunteers are there who are entrepreneurs who give service for the deaf people. So along with me there is a Monica Punjabi Verma. So let us know, we'll ask her how they give service to the deaf people. So here the interpreter who gives service to the deaf community. So along with me there is a Monica Punjabi Verma. So welcome to our channel Purple TV Bharat ma'am. So can you tell about more details what exactly it is?
Sure, thank you so much. Myself Monica Punjabi Verma. I'm the president of Indian Sign Language Interpreters Association. We provide interpreting services pan-India and also outside of India. Deaf community, when we talk about deaf community, the accessibility comes only through sign language interpreters. Sign language, captioning and sign language interpreters play a vital role. So here, as this International Purple Festival is so vast and so much is happening in each corner here in the state, many panel discussions, exhibitions, entertainment, songs, and so much is going on simultaneously. And everywhere we are providing sign language interpreters, because deaf community, wherever deaf people go and they want to inquire about something, they want to enjoy something, they want to experience something, they want to learn something, everywhere English language or Hindi language is being spoken. So what about the deaf community? So then we have sign language professional interpreters who are certified, who are trained to be interpreters for the deaf. They are there to interpret entire thing in Indian sign language. Additionally, I would like to say that we also have deaf interpreters this time. So deaf interpreters, you can see myself Monica and Mohammed Shafiq, who is the executive committee member of ISLIA, Indian Sign Language Interpreters Association. He is a very senior deaf interpreter and also a sign language trainer. So together as a group, what we have done this time, especially in the panel discussions where we have international guests, deaf guests from other countries, there they need international sign. So international sign is always best to be done by deaf people or very experienced hearing interpreters. So deaf people are the ones who look at Indian sign language. When the hearing interpreter is signing, they look at Indian sign language, they translate it into international signs, and that is why the deaf interpreters come in, because the clarity of signs in deaf interpreters is far better, and they are themselves deaf and visual learners, so they produce it in a very beautiful way. I'm very happy and thankful to the state of Goa government that last year also in the National Purple Festival, we were assigned to provide interpreters, professional sign language interpreters, and now this time it's a larger group of 40 interpreters altogether, including 2 more of Goa state. So we are 42 interpreters serving since last 6 days in all the exhibitions, experience zones, panel discussions, conventions, conferences, everywhere, and making it accessible. And deaf people, how do they feel? I would like Shafiq to add on, and his experience can let you know more about the feelings, how we are feeling giving the services here, and what feedback we have got from the deaf community.
Ma'am, I have a question. So a lot of people have different languages. So how do you recognize that?
Yes, so in India, the deaf people mostly, they definitely use Indian sign language. People coming from different countries will use their own sign language. But what happens in such international level or world level conferences, we have to provide international sign that is more visual, like all the countries, the deaf people coming from any country could understand that. It is not particularly dependent on any one country's sign language. So that is what deaf interpreters, DIs, do. We do have guests from different countries, deaf people from different countries, and they are enjoying the show.
So what are the trainings and how many months or years it takes to get trained up?
That's a good question. Everybody should undergo a proper training, because now Rehabilitation Council of India, actually since 2001, Rehabilitation Council of India is giving the, earlier it was short-term courses, A level, B level, C level of 3 months each, but now we have 2 years of full-fledged diploma in Indian Sign Language Interpreting and also Indian Sign Language Teacher Training course, that is called Diploma in Teaching Indian Sign Language. And I would really promote anyone who wants to become an interpreter, want to serve as an interpreter, should undergo this RCI's diploma regular course. It teaches us a lot about ethics of sign language, about concept, about interpreting process. Everything is being taught there. But there are short-term courses for parents, for teachers, in-service teachers, for friends, for social workers, just for the basic communication level if you want to learn sign language. There are few NGOs like Indore Deaf Bilingual Academy or Haryana Society or ISH India Signing Hands. They offer online sign language short-term training courses. They don't make you interpreters or teachers, but it helps in communication, building communication.
Ma'am, is there any age limit of for that?
No, learning a language is always a fun, and whoever has the functional hands and eyesight can learn sign language. Even there are deaf-blind people who cannot see, but still through tactile sign language, they talk in sign language. They use sign language only. They use Indian sign language in India or American sign language or any other sign language, but that is through tactile. And there is no age limit. Younger children, younger age group will learn it faster and better, but still the parents or the social workers at any age, they can realize and start learning sign language. There is no age limit. And for diploma courses, there is a limit. You have to be 18 years plus and 12th board you need to pass for doing the diploma. But for learning sign language offline or online short-term sign language, there is no age limit.
Mohammad Shafi sir, or just wanted to know what are the different age group you have trained, lot of people you have trained. How do you train them?
Okay, definitely that's a good question. I would say in Indian Sign Language, like it's my own language. It's my first language because I am deaf. So I use Indian Sign Language as my first language. For example, there are other normal hearing people who have their own languages, Marathi, Gujarati, English, Hindi, and then maybe they can have sign language as a second language, they learn it. But for me, it is ISL, Indian Sign Language, is the first language, and I have learned Hindi and English as communication language. There are two courses, DTISL, Diploma in Teaching Indian Sign Language, whom I teach. DTISL means deaf people who are already knowing sign language. I am not teaching them sign language, but I am training them to become teachers of sign language, teachers of the subject, how to teach to other future interpreters, hearing people who want to learn sign language or teachers. So if anyone wants to become professional sign language interpreter and want to provide accessibility, they are the ones. For example, they are the ones to provide services at medical, legal, educational setup in universities. How will the communication gap bridge? So interpreters are very important, and this is the 2 years of diploma course where we teach thoroughly in sign language. There is no much of writing or blackboard use in that course. It is about lot many concepts to become interpreters, how to recept a verbal language, to do voice to sign interpreting, sign to voice interpreting. For example, English has a different grammar structure, Hindi will have different grammar structure. So in Indian Sign Language, when we sign, it cannot be word to word signing. We have to translate it in Indian Sign Language grammar. The body movement, the parameters of language are very important. The expressions, hand movements, hand shapes, it has to be very smooth, efficient, and then knowing sign language effectively, and then comes interpreting process. We can't call anyone professional sign language interpreters. They have to get involved in lot of activities, lot of mentoring has to be given, lot of chances should be given to them, and it should not be a free service. For example, you see doctors, nurses, they are professionals and they are paid. They charge a fee, even the police. So even interpreters are not there to help deaf people. No, they are there to bridge the communication gap between hearing community and the deaf community. There comes the interpreter to provide accessibility, like sign to voice, voice to sign. Somebody is signing in Indian Sign Language, interpreter will voice it for the hearing community, and this gives happiness to everyone. Accessibility and communication gap once is removed, it is very good for everyone. And anyone who wants to learn sign language, please do join these courses, DTISL and DISLI course.
You know, sir, the other question is that there are interpreters who also do interpretation of songs and they also dance. How do you train them?
Okay, that's another good question. When you see interpreters dancing at the Purple Rain, they are signing, right? For example, for us, for deaf people, it is very natural. We are not taught to sign or to dance on sounds. So for hearing people, it is easier for singing any song, to sing any song, because they have that verbal language. For deaf people, they are strong visual learners, or they have a strong vision. So in general, also when we talk, it is when we do a social conversation with anyone, it is normal signs. But when we are on stage, there are a lot of emotions in the songs that we have to pass on to the large public. So it is good to have hearing interpreters translating the song, interpreting the song, but deaf interpreters do even better. But without hearing interpreter relay service, we cannot do that because we are not listening to the songs directly. So when hearing interpreters send us the translate the song and concept of the song, right there we do it in a better way, in a more attached way. Maybe, for example, look at my signs here. See, this connects us to deaf people more and more. When hearing people sign, it is in a smaller sign space, but when deaf people sign the same concept or same song, oh, that's a miracle.
There is a saying, leaders makes does not make leaders as a disciple, but leaders makes leaders. So you must have trained lot of people to get trained and to become a professional. So how do you come to know that they are professional?
Okay. Yeah, very true. Like I am a leader, or there are many other deaf people who are leaders. There are many people in the country whom I know. I wanted really 10,000, 20,000 interpreters to be there in the country. But there are not. And jitne hain, usme se bhi there are very few who are good at really, who are professional, who have good understanding of translation process. So skills differ. They have their own skills. But we need to see if there is a fresh interpreter, new interpreter with less experience. We need to have them at their relevant counters or exhibitions where interpreting is not that hard. But the professional interpreters are required in workshops or conferences, and they are trained that way. And it's not easy. Even the training is not easy. It's very hard because we have to work on concepts, vocabulary, expressions, body language. So for example, I would say there are only 10 expert interpreters in the country, but I want more and more to happen. So I hope there will be more hearing people to join this course to become interpreters in the future.
Thank you so much. It was so nice to talk to you and get more information about it. And as you have seen, as the Mohammed sir has told us that only 10 entrepreneurs are there professionally. So they want to train more. So whoever interested, you can contact Monica ma'am or Mohammed sir regarding this. So until then, keep watching Purple TV Bharat.